Hiya folks. So I maintain this site called Low Key Coffee Snobs. It's about fancy things like pour over coffee and AeroPresses and stuff. And right now on our homepage we have a list of posts. So this is like our reverse chronological feed like you're probably used to in WordPress, where it shows my coffee fermentation post and then it calls out our coffee gifts and so on. But if I want to make a separate page, like maybe our brew methods page, which needs some work, but kind of gives you a sense of the kinds of brewing of coffee that we talk about on our site. If I wanted to make this the home page, I need to do that in WordPress by setting what's called a static home page. So the easiest way to do that, if I'm browsing my site and I've already logged in, I've got an admin bar and I can just hit this customize button. And this opens up what WordPress calls the customizer. And in here, I have the ability to come to homepage settings, and you'll notice I currently have it set to show my latest post on the homepage. Let's get the homepage showing here. So that's what I showed you earlier. If I want to make that brew methods page the homepage, then I need to say that I want a static page, and I will select that brew methods for great coffee at homepage to be my homepage. Obviously, the way this theme treats this featured image, the page becomes very, very giant sea of dark colors before we hit the thing. So I'll want to fix that before I actually commit this live. But then I need to make a new post page, which is essentially where WordPress will make my blog. Because I don't currently have a page that can serve that role, I'm going to create one called blog, and I'm just going to add it. Now I don't need to actually put anything onto that page, I just need to do it. The last step that I'm going to do is you'll notice nowhere in here, now that the home page is actually this brew methods. Let's click around in this preview to show you. Both home and brew methods show the same thing, that too big image. The last thing I need to do is come into my menu for my main nav, and I need to link to that page I just made for blog posts. So if I do that, I reorder it so it goes home blog. I'm going to go ahead and kill the brew methods one, because that's now my home page. So now if I come and I click into the blog, I see what used to be my home page, and if I click to my home page, I now see that brew methods table that I mentioned in wanting to be my home page. So you can use this for any kind of home page. Maybe it's your about page, maybe it's a bigger sales page that you'd build with a page builder or something like that. Any of those are possible. This core concept, though, of having a static home page is the terminology that WordPress uses. Is really important to understand. So I'm actually not going to save this for all the reasons that we just discussed about how bad it looks right now. But I do want to quickly, before we go, show you that there is another way you can set this up, and you'll sometimes see directions to do it this way, which is to go to settings, and then under settings, it's actually under reading. And you'll notice that I have this same basic selection at the very top of this reading page where it says your home page displays. I currently have it set to your latest post. Remember, that's because I didn't save the setting. If I'd saved the setting in the customizer, it would have been there. And now I similarly select a static page to be my brew methods, select the post page to be the blog page that I made but didn't save. So I would have to, in this setting, I have to go manually make that new page. But if I save it here, same basic thing happens. What you saw when I was in the customizer, where I have that page showing on my home page, and then I create a new page that shows my blog posts. That's all set up. So that's how a static home page in WordPress works. Cheers.